The Buffalo Soldiers. They were some of the Army's bravest fighters, yet historically the most unsung.
Did you have an idea at the time that you were kind of making history?
No. All this was new.
People expected them to fail or expected them to not perform to high standards, so they used that as motivation.
The all-black cavalry regiments were established after the Civil War, their nickname likely coined during westward expansion by their Native American foes, impressed by their fighting prowess and referring to the soldiers' curly hair as well as their buffalo skin coats.
They took it as a badge of pride.
During conflicts and wars, they served with distinction, best known for their horsemanship.
What's going on here?
So in this picture, you can see this is our indoor riding hall. In that day, it was one of the largest indoor riding arenas in the country.
During World War II, some of the Buffalo Soldiers were stationed at West Point. Their job? To train the mostly white group of cadets, says Lieutenant Colonel Rick Black.
Separate, definitely not equal. And I think the other phrase that works for this is out of sight, out of mind.
This is his Army picture when he was in the service.
Everyone thought all of the known Buffalo Soldiers who had served at West Point had passed away.
And this is his honorable discharge papers. He was discharged January the 9th, 1946.
But 90 miles north in Glenmont, New York, Georgia Dixon knew better.
Based on what I know, he is the only known living Buffalo Soldier.
Georgia is talking about the man sitting right next to her, her husband, Reverend Robert Dixon.
And it was a great experience.
Raised in Manhattan's Hell's Kitchen, Dixon enlisted in the Army in 1941. The young man from the city was sent to West Point as one of their trainers.
Had you ever been around a horse?
No.
No. But you were training cadets.
I was training myself too.
Yourself at the same time.
Yeah.
He served his country for 5 years, earning several honors, which were only very recently awarded to him 75 years later.
Did you feel like you had to prove yourself even more than any of the white soldiers?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Segregation in the armed forces ended on paper in 1948, but that didn't mean that the racism did as well. Yet Dixon and others paved the way for future generations of soldiers like West Point cadet Kennedy Warren.
And so they really saw beyond themselves and what it meant to adhere to your duty. And I believe that they had faith that people like us in the future would honor their legacy.
As for Robert Dixon, his legacy includes fighting against racial injustice. That's him getting arrested during an anti-apartheid protest.
He didn't appear frightened. He was smiling all the way.
He was also one of the founders of the Albany Police Review Board, as well as a longtime pastor at Mount Calvary Baptist Church in Albany.
I can't believe it, over 300?
He read every one of them.
After turning 100 years old in September, the possibly last of the West Point Buffalo Soldiers says it's all been an honor he carries with him to this very day.
Great honor.
It's a great honor.
Great honor, yeah. And to know that you have experienced so much.
That monument that you just saw in the story stands in Buffalo Soldiers Field at West Point. It was funded by the descendants of the West Point Buffalo Soldiers to ensure that their ancestors get the recognition they so justly deserve. Anya Tucker, News 10 ABC.